What is going on, everybody? Welcome back for another week of Nemesis League play action. It's good to be back here in the booth as we are approaching. Well, today will officially be the halfway point of Season 8, which is kind of crazy in the regular season. I'm Rockerman. We're here to do the Player of the Week, and by we, I mean me and Jaegers, my boy. Jaegers, what's going on?
Not too much, Austin. Another day, another dollar. Glad to be back in the booth.
Except he's not getting paid. Don't
I'm
let's
not.
let's
I'm not
get
getting.
let's get that straight right here before someone comes after me. I think before a certain governmental agency decides to do a little poking around. But regardless, we appreciate you being here, Jaegers, paid or not. But we gotta do some Player of the Week awards as we just finished up week 4. There's a lot to get to here. So why don't you start things off, Jaegers? We'll start down there in the Provision League. What can you tell us about some of these contenders and the eventual winner for week? I guess it'll be week number 2 for the Provisional League.
Yeah, no, week number 2. A lot of good stats here I'm seeing. I see Bradish, 373 average score. I see Coutarded, 1.38 goals a game. But it looks like, I love this name, Austin. It looks like it's gonna go to Solid Uwu on the goats. The guy had wait, I lost it. It was right there. I keep losing it.
Well, just look at his shooting percentage. That'll tell you all you need to know right there.
Oh my goodness, 88.89 shooting percentage.
Yep.
That's almost Curry levels on free throws. That is ridiculous. The man popped off this week. Congrats to them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, huge performance. 88% shooting, nearly 89% shooting from the field. I'm trying to remember. I think it was like they were like 11 for 12, and they won both their matches. The GOAT's going crazy. And Solid Uwu is going to take on the Player of the Week. And a quick shout out before I continue on. Shout out to Rogue for 21 months, almost 2 years of subscribing to Nemesis. So shout out to Rogue. It's almost his 2-year birthday. We'll be celebrating soon. But thank you, Rogue, for 21 months, and congratulations to Solid Uwu from the GOATs there. And let's move along now here to the Novice League, where we had a lot of great contenders here in the Novice League. But this one was another one that it was definitely a standout performance, I believe. If I sent the right thing. Oh, I pulled up Prospect for a second. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? All right, but here are a couple of shout outs here. A lot of players in contention here. We have KP Football, who went absolutely insane this week. 500 average score this week. Frethly Ginja's out here. Kusei, Quackbot, Brittany DeBlade, North, Flight Night, Septune's on there. Cat Jeans also making an appearance down on this list. Actually, great performance from Cat Jeans out there, averaging 1 in each category. But the winner, who also went absolutely nuclear this week with 2.14 goals per game this week, is going to go to Parallax from Frost. Great guy, and he's taking home the Player of the Week award. Congratulations to Parallax, Novice Player of the Week there.
No, I'm surprised he's a novice. Dude's a certified dog. Knows how to get goals in the Rocket League, pops off, and solid overall player.
Definitely. And let's move along, Jaegers, to your home in the Prospect League.
To my home, Prospect. I see a lot of big names here. I see Rogue, Turbo, 5/3 Stupid, JP. I see like 10 players here averaging over 400 score, which is ridiculous. But it's going to end up going to, I second guess myself, Rogue on the Minotaurs. Dude knows how to pop off and lead his team to victory.
It's because he subscribed again, Jaegers. He subscribed for 21 months, so he quickly swapped it over and gave him the Player of the Week,
Well, pay to win. It is pay to win. So, take that how you will.
No, but all seriousness, Rogue popped off. Over 500 average score, 1.88 goals per game this week, so nearly 2 in that category. Rogue, absolutely insane performance from him, and almost 2 saves per game as well. So the man went crazy. Congratulations to him. Let's keep things rolling now to the Challenger League, where there were some performances out here in Challenger League. We had a couple people over 500 score per game.
A
There was actually
couple.
only there's a couple. There's a few. Well,
There's
some of them didn't meet. Some of them
four.
didn't. Some of them didn't meet the game requirements though. You have
Okay.
to have
All right. All right. All
six
right.
games or more. But yeah, there were some absolutely banger performances on this one. I'll give a couple of quick shout outs here. Shout out to Jake on this list. Shout out to my teammate Q up there. Dolphin Puck, Hardpoint on there. We also have Boxul, who went absolutely insane this week as well. This one was a close one. Took some debate, but the winner is going to be Blueberry from the Hellcats, who went off this week over 500 score per game, 1.57 goals per game. And 2.29 saves, putting in work on all ends of the pitch, and some assists there to work, and over 50% shooting. So, insane performance from Blueberry on the Hellcats. They're taking home the Challenger Player of the Week, and we've only got two more to go here, Jaegers. Rival League and Titan. Why don't you tell us about the Rival League Player of the Week?
No, rival league. You could tell this was a hard decision here, Austin. A lot of good stats. I'm
It
seeing
was.
great stats across the board. I see Hawk. I see Cottony. I see Koala. I see Val. I see Ibonic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But the one taking it home is Magma. Magma Beast, a former Titan player, former management member, is going to take it home this week with one shot per game, point 0.9 assists, 1.7 saves, and a 437 average score.
Yeah, honestly, this was the one that we had the biggest debate over. Like you said, this one literally had a whole list of people. There's probably
Yeah.
probably like 10 people here that met the requirements, all with over 400 score per game. It was a very tight race, but Magma is going to take it home there for the player of the week. Well deserved. Like you said, averaging one in almost every category there. Tough debate, but he takes it home. Shout out to Magma there. And last but not least, we'll head to the Titan League, where actually there weren't that many people up here that qualified, but it was a close debate here. A couple quick shout outs making on this list. Max as always seems like he's on these lists here. We got Mayo who popped off the Dragons. Maybe making a comeback out here. There, shout out to Mayo, staff member of the month as well. Shout out to him, making his way on this list. We also have Dylan on
Pay to
here.
win.
Pay to win. Yeah, exactly. He makes it on the list there for being the staff member of the month. Big brain. And then it came down to these two people, really, in our debate here. It came down to the dog versus fishy. And the winner for player of the week for week 4 is going to go to the dog, who just narrowly edged out fishy in some of these categories here. Had both of them had one in every category. Fishy, slightly better shooting and a lot more saves on the board. So he barely edges it out there. But Ladog taking home the player of the week. So there you have it, folks. There are your player of the week winners for week 4. You got Solid Uwu from the Goats, Parallax from Frost, Rogue from the Minotaurs, Blueberry from Hellcats, Magma from Gravelords, and Ladog from Krakens. Congratulations to everyone on taking home the Player of the Week awards. And with that being said, we've got a match to get to, and we got some great casters ready in the wings to bring you guys some action. They're going to be breaking it down. We have 3 great matches on the stream. We have at the 9:30 Chimeras versus Distortion. 8:45 we have Ember versus Gladiators, and right now we have a great matchup in the Challenger League. We have Bishops versus Race. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to send it over to our boys in the booth. We got Magic Pepperoni and Psychonautic taking it away. Psycho, it's all you.
Thank you there, Rocker Man. That was some great player of the week. Congratulations to all those guys. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into some Rocket League action in the Challenger League, like Rocker Man just